Okay, I am recording. Cool, I am recording. So I want to make sure that you all understand about me. I'm an early adopter of technology, and how I got into it is because I was raising my daughter as a single mom, and 25 years ago, sitting in my living room, very frustrated, going, I know I'm a speaker, I know I'm a trainer. The average speaker and trainer travels 300 plus days out of the year. Can't do that. I've got a 5-year-old, a kindergartner. How in the world am I going to learn to bring the world to me? And the answer to that was technology. So I've always been studying, understanding, not from the program side, but from the user side. And then, of course, bringing it to the ladies of the Alliance. You guys may have heard of the Alliance. I'll share what that is real quick. We are the premier training and development organization for ambitious Christian women entrepreneurs. We know that your business is more than a source of income. It is a divine assignment. And we are surrounded by women who are walking in prophetic clarity, strategic excellence. What we know is increase is inevitable. So you'll see the Alliance Net down in the corner. That is the organization. We're a membership organization, but of course we do free trainings, we do open trainings. But if you are needing that accountability, that guidance, we have a proprietary training system, and we are committed to a few things I'm about to share. So one of the things about the Alliance, and this is the context of AI that I'm sharing this. So one of the things that I developed years ago and have been nerding out in the background creating is a plan that will get us from wherever we are to high 6-figure or 7-figure businesses. I don't care if you're sitting at your kitchen table right now and you are the specialist, and that is the one who's wearing all the hats, who knows all the stuff, who's doing every single role in your business with maybe some outsourced help. And what I found in the last 20 years of building the Alliance is we've got to get women from specialist or solopreneur to or solo operator to development. And the key characteristic of development in our model is that you have a team. You're leading a team now and you're duplicating yourself. And what I found is if we as an organization can get women from specialist into development within a year and a half or 2 years, we can catch them before they burn out. Or I get a phone call that says, hey, Ericka, I'm taking a break from my business. I'm going back in the work world, or I'm running my business part-time, or whatever it is. I saw this as failure. So I have been literally in my laboratory studying businesses, particularly ambitious Christian women-led businesses, to figure out this solution. And to be honest with you, I hadn't been able to grab the solution until now. And I'll tell you the story of how this happened real quick. But the bottom line is, y'all, if you are sitting in your business right now, feeling like you are wearing all the hats, you are the CEO, you are the specialist still working with clients, you're the marketer, you're the salesperson, you're the accountant, you're the customer service rep. And check out this picture, you all. I think it's so great. Do you see the sticky note down at the bottom that says, not today, Satan? I don't know if you've ever felt like that in your business, but this is the thing. We don't want to just be fueled by caffeine and determination. We want to build something of excellence. And I want to solve this problem. And, excuse me, I'm jumping ahead here. Make sure you guys can see me. I want to solve this problem. So I was sitting at how this happened. We do a national conference every year. And I was sitting at the brunch the following day back in October of the end of last year. And I was talking with the people I was sitting by and said, yeah, I really got to nail my social media. I can't seem to get on top of it. And one of our members, Tabitha, grabs her phone and goes, you need Marbleism. I was like, Marble, what? I literally was like, spell it? Never have heard of it. And I was like, whoa, this is something different. So as soon as we got done with the weekend, I went back to my computer. And I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to get some help with my social media. It automatically posts. She showed me her social media. It looked great. I was like, wow, really? What I found, you all, was that it was 5 team members or 6 team members at the time. And I was absolutely bowled over at the power of this thing. And so we can begin to move from that first $100,000 that's based on our specialty, our skills, we can begin to get a team together so we can move to that $1 million mark. And then I'm talking, we want to get us to the 10 million. That is from systems. Your first 100 million is from building leaders. Your first billion is from brand. This is not mine. This is Dan Martell's, who wrote Buy Back Your Time. And this is one of the tools we are using and leaning on in the Alliance, because it's one of the best practical tools I've ever seen to help you buy back your time. So no matter where you are in this, if we can get the skills mastered, and you know that first 100K tends to be a grind, and then we start to hire. Here's the problem. Most business women don't have the money because we are in the grind to hire the team we need. And Marbleism is a solution to that. So what Marbleism is reminding us that if we're still writing every email, editing every piece of content, reposting the same content over and over, designing your own graphics, spending hours on writing SOPs, all kinds of stuff, then you're functioning as your most underemployed employee in your company. And we want to stop that immediately. So let's talk about what Marbleism is, because I do want to just run through these slides. And by the way, take screenshots. I don't have handouts today. I'm just going to come live on these, or myself or Carmen or a team member will come on, and we're just going to share and not have a lot of background stuff to make sure you got the handout. So grab your screenshots. Feel free to do that. So right now, your AI team looks like this. And let me tell you the difference between an AI employee and an AI agent, because there are other AI tools that can create agents. You can create them to automate certain things and do things. We just got back from the conference, the national conference. Monica knows this. We were there sitting front and center, hearing the founder of Marbleism talk about what sets it apart is that it takes it beyond AI agents into AI employees. And I'm going to circle back around on that in a minute. But he trained them to take initiative. I don't know if you've ever hired somebody and it is so agitating. Why am I always pulling them along? I need someone to take initiative. That's what they have trained this team to do. And you all, right now, they have AI names. And so we are like, have I talked to my Ava or Eva, however you want to pronounce it? She is your executive assistant. And she is a team member uniquely trained to do that. And she runs the whole team, stays on top of everything, works your emails. She actually does graphics. She does writing. She delegates to whatever team members need to create projects for you. I have my brother's company on this. We're on this in the Alliance. And we're like, look, let me have Eva do that. Eva will go into your emails and draft your responses based on learning who you are and how you interact with people. So she does a lot more than just manage your inbox and team. She actually can schedule for you. It's outrageous, y'all. Follow-ups, reminders, task lists. She can schedule Zoom calls. She can get into your calendar and schedule calendar meetings for you. There are boundaries on these. She cannot answer without you hitting send on that draft, but she has it all drafted for you. It's amazing how much she studies your voice. And I'm using personified pronouns, and I know that. So I'm going to talk about them as if they're people, but we are clear they are AI agents. They're AI team members, AI employees. Then there's Sunny. He's your social media writer, manager, ghostwriter, all of that. He is all about graphic designing your social media, and you can post directly from Marbleism. That's really huge. You can schedule out and you can post on all of the major social media platforms. Game changer. The only thing Sunny can't do yet is video edit, but it is coming. Then we've got Penny, who handles your SEO content. She is a blog writer. She knows your target market that as you train them. She knows the key language and words you need to get SEO ranking on Google. And guess what? You can multi-purpose that content into ebooks. The blogs are so thorough. You can have her writing for you. She does letters. graphics come with that. It's pretty outrageous. And so obviously blogs are part of that. If you've got an e-list, she can make sure that blog is written for your e-list, and you can copy and paste it and send it out and keep weekly e-lists coming. And mind you, you can sync all of these team members to work together. So Sunny can come up with your social media. Penny's going to come up with an aligned blog post. And what we're talking about today is really leaning into Eva, Sunny, and Penny, because we are talking about creating a social media content machine. I have a feeling more people are trying to get in. Just a second, you guys. I'm going to stop my share. All right. Are we good? All right. We're good. All right. I'm going to go back to the share, y'all. Just want to make sure I have everybody in who's trying to get in. All right. I think this is where I was. Okay. I hope you guys can see that screen like normal. I think we're where we were. All right. So we're leaning into Eva, Sunny, and Penny today. There's also Linda, who is your legal assistant. She writes your contracts, job descriptions, standard operating procedures. She does all your research. If you are a nonprofit or you're looking for business grants, you can have the team do that. Linda will write those grants and work with Penny. It's amazing. And all of this can be automated, you all, based on how you need your employees to move for you. Then there's Stan. He is your sales representative, your leads generation machine. He actually sets up an email sequence that emails out to the target market that he goes out, pre-qualifies for you. You give him the bounds of what your target market is, what type of titles and all kinds of things. He uses LinkedIn and some other sources. And you can actually, through Stan's automated sequence, you can actually have him over on LinkedIn sending messages for you to connect and follow up messages with people to grow your LinkedIn and do your leads generation. It is crazy. And then there's Rachel, who is your receptionist. I am onboarding her this week because they just have made some upgrades to it in the last 23 hours. And she can answer specific questions about your business. And so what you do is you get a number and you forward your existing number to Rachel, and you're loading up information in the knowledge base, which I'll talk about in a minute. And it can be as specific as, if I was a restaurant, someone asked, hey, do you have gluten-free items on your menu? You trained her, she can access the document and actually respond for you. So I'm excited to get her onboarded, but we're learning every day more and more of what they can do. So what makes these different? And what we have here, Monica's going to recognize this because that's probably our heads in the photo. But earlier this month, we attended the first United States conference for Marbleism. And this is its founder, Ulrich. He flew over from France. And I took some pictures and I just popped them in slides for you because the easiest way for you to understand is to see what he created. And so what he has trained these employees to do for you is to dream every night. So they finish the day's work, they do a night review, they update their memory, learn the patterns, learn more, and they're better the next day. And that is what he says sets aside an AI employee, or sets apart an AI employee from just an agent. They get in front of you to help you manifest your goals and vision. So a couple brand new features of Marbleism, you all. Right now, every workspace comes with 6 agents that you can see. So let's say you've got different brands in your business. So for example, I have my speaking, I have my prophetic, private prophetic sessions. I've got the Alliance. I'm doing work with my brother's organization as his COO. So I have workspaces, and I'll actually open my Marbleism up and show you this. Workspaces for every single brand that I need to get out there to a specific target market. And it is not anything additional. And a workspace is all 6 agents for each workspace. Absolutely mind-blowing. And so we'll talk more about this as we're training and getting you set up on these classes every week. But you can let Eva know what you need and what everybody needs to do, and she'll get the prompts to the team, reminders, all of that. That is pretty new, just in the last month and a half. And then another new feature, every workspace has a brain and its own knowledge base. Here's the thing. while Marblism may pull from places on the web, he talked about a hybrid. Ulrich talked about a hybrid of where it gets information from, and they've trained them to have the equivalent of 120 PhDs each. Your intellectual property does not go back and disseminate anything beyond your workspace. So your intellectual property is safe in Marblism. If you are a business owner that has ever created anything, which we all have, that is critical to know. So while you can turn off those features on Claude AI or Open or Chat GPT, you don't have to worry about that. Your information stays private. It doesn't even transfer to another workspace. And you're building that knowledge base. You are the knowledge base. One of the first things you do when you get into Marblism, you attach your email, you attach your website, you attach all this stuff, and you're probably like, oh my gosh, but no, it is private amongst that set of AI employees. And then, new thing, I talked about this is brand new. Rachel can answer very specific questions as your receptionist. When you get a moment, we'll go over that in some detail on one of these classes. But you all, it is crazy. She does not sound like an AI, like, hello, my name is, she sounds like a legitimate woman who is answering your phones, and it is outrageous how advanced it is. All right, so let's talk about a couple of other new things that are coming that I believe now is the time to get involved in Marblism, because this will be part of what we're doing. They're talking about raising prices. I'll get to that in a second. It's so affordable, it's going to literally leave you bowled over. And so Ulrich talked about the next AI agent coming. Her name is Allison, and she is your AI account executive. I stood up and asked the question at the conference, where do you see Marblism a year from now? And he said, right now it saves you time. A year from now, it should be making you money. That is his aim. And Allison can actually close deals. And they beta tested there at the office. And in less than 30 days, she created $500,000 in revenue for the company. Crazy. I don't know all the details, but what I am telling you is it's coming. And I want you to understand the power of what we're sharing today. And so our AI team is going to be growing. Right now, we've got Stan, I know them by face, isn't that scary? This is Penny, this is Eva, this is Rachel, this is Sunny, this is Linda, and here's Allison. I think they've named the next guy Walter, and then the guy after that doesn't have a name. So Allison's coming, your account executive. Then a CFO is coming that will actually connect you to other financial things and help you manage invoices. Not going to do your bookkeeping for you, but it'll keep you on top of your cash flow. And then they haven't named this guy yet. One of them is Walter, and he's going to be a website designer. And not just design landing pages for your website, but he will read the Google pixels, and your website will change according to who's visiting it. So let's say you're a speaker, and you're like, when a speaking booking agent visits, I need it to show this page. But when a course, someone who wants to take a course or participate in a coaching session or order my program or use my services, that's a different screen that will pop up. So incredible stuff coming, you all. All right, so let's keep this going. And then, as if that's not enough, but between now and the end of the year, they're saying that we'll be able to build our own AI employees if there's a specific role that you need. So that's what we have the power to do through Marblism. Let's talk money, because I want to open this up. I could say it's $1,900 a month, a year, or whatever. It's worth it. I don't know about you, but I have outsourced over the years. It could be thousands of dollars every month. And Marblism costs $44 a month monthly, and you get access to all of this, and right now all of the future stuff. Those of us that were at the conference get to beta test Allison, so I think she's coming by the end of second quarter or third quarter, but by the end of fourth quarter. Oh, and I forgot one, you all. There's going to be a social media ads manager too. It's outrageous. Now is the time to get these 6 employees fully engaged, because more are coming. So that's what it costs. We have a special referral discount for you all. You get 25% off. And so instead of the $44 a month or $288 a year, it comes out more like 30 something a month or 252 a year. Unlimited workspaces. I'm going to drop this link. Oh, I can't drop it in the chat right now, can I? I'll get your questions, y'all, I promise. All right, we've got some AI assistants. I love it. I thought someone left a comment. So grab that referral link. Hold on, let me see if I can share this. How do I do this and still? Hold on, y'all. I'll share it in just a minute because I don't have it set up yet. But when I open the screen, I'll share the referral link. But I just want to talk about the money because it is outrageously affordable. Obviously, you can grab the QR code. You'll want to get your Marbleism as soon as possible so you can get it set up and working for you. So that is crazy. And again, it's unlimited workspaces right now. I have 9 in one of my organizations. I've got my brother's team set up with it. They've got 9. I've heard up to 11 workspaces. You can set up your personal life as well if you've got personal emails and different things you need to do for your life, shopping lists, whatever you need. Marbleism can do, which is really neat. All right, y'all. Let's dig in. Let's be about getting this work done. So what I'm going to do, let me finish this presentation. Let me see. So I'm going to open up my Marbleism. I'm going to let you guys ask questions. I'm going to open up my Marbleism, and then you guys can see the back end. I'll show you around in that. And then what we're going to do is ask questions or whatever y'all need to know. And then I will finish the rest of the presentation. So first things first, let me get my link up in the, it's not just my link. It is the Alliance's link. If you don't have it, let me put that in the chat. And then we are going to jump in. And the 25% is automatic. So you don't need a separate discount code. All right, y'all. I missed a couple. Did I get a couple? Did I get everybody's? All right, cool. We got everybody's questions. So let me hear a little bit about what type of help and assistance you need in your business. I'm going to take notes, and then I'm going to jump in to Marbleism a little bit more. I'm going to show you the back end and how to create a social media content machine. All right. Any questions thus far? Feel free, y'all. Just jump in. I don't have a official raise hand. Just go ahead and unmute and ask what you need.
Okay, I'm learning more about Rachel now because this morning, so this is my Marbleism time. And so I asked Eva, the executive assistant, to find me some ribbon and some other stuff that I need for this market on Sunday. So she said, okay, she found the stuff that I needed at Amazon. And she was like, you want me to send this to Rachel so she can order it? So I guess I'm learning more about Rachel now because I just uploaded her. I just onboarded her. And so I'm guessing she's going to place this order. I'm waiting for her. She said, you want me to send you the receipt? So I guess I'm learning more about Rachel and her function because I thought she was just answering the phone, but she's placing orders.
Test it out. Let me know. That's why we have to share our case studies. Because sometimes they're looking at the next thing. Remember at the conference, Monica, they were talking about hallucinating? Because, like, there's been a time she's like, do you want me to make that coffee? I'm like, can you make a call? She's like, not really. But it's so I'm like, okay, so test it out and see, can it do that? Because it can do amazing things, and we're pushing it every single day, y'all. That's what is so amazing about this. So go ahead and ask questions thus far. You can ask questions about the money, anything I've talked about, because I'm going to show you specifically how to use Marbleism and set up social media content machine and your E-list content machine. Any questions thus far? Go ahead, Leslie.
Approximately how much time did it take you to get it set up, like to onboard the employees, that sort of thing?
It varies for the employee. I find, for me, I work with Sunny the most, the social media. I would say this is my challenge. I'm just going to be really honest. I feel like you need a day per workspace. Like maybe 4 to 5 hours per workspace. I've got 9 workspaces, so I'm actually still onboarding some of mine. So I would say an hour per agent. And that's That's not true either, Leslie, because like Eva, you can just connect your email and she just goes. But I would say to set up a workspace, give yourself probably 4 hours, 4 to 5
Okay.
hours. It doesn't have to come in one chunk, because it's continual quality improvement. Because they dream every night, get better every day.
Okay.
But just to set it up, I think the ones that take the longest is Sunny,
Mm-hmm.
the social media, and the rest are more automated. Stan takes a minute too. I'm still onboarding all my stands because you have to actually put the email sequence in there. He helps you write it, but once you perfect the email sequence, so for example, my Stan is emailing speaking booking agents and meeting planners for me, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
want to revise my speaker sizzle reel.
Mm.
And so that's what takes the time. So I can put the link in that he can just share with the meeting planners. Do you know what I mean? Like any back end stuff is what
Back
takes
end.
the time.
You have
It's
to have a
not
lot more for them.
it's not at because they can create the graphics in a minute, you can post it. You can do that quickly, but perfecting it and training what we call your knowledge base or the brain,
Mm-hmm.
that's what takes the time to upload the stuff you have. If you have documents you want it to work from, if you have videos you need it to look at to learn your style, that's where the time goes. So that's, I would say, an hour per agent.
That makes sense. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question. All right, y'all. We good? Because I'm going to share again. We're going to dig in. Okay. All right. I'm excited. I'm very specific on these slides, y'all. Okay. This is the one. My screen moves every time. All right. We are going to continue to dig in. So, whoops, I did that wrong. Hold on. I shared the wrong screen. I need to share my back end. All right. I need to share my screen. Here we go. I shared my slide presentation only. All right, so let me share my Marbleism. Come on. Did it? Hold on, let me get the right screen, y'all. It keeps just taking me back to my slideshow. Oh, I don't have it open. That might be helpful. Might be helpful. All right, let's try that again. One more time. I'm going to share Marbleism so you guys can see the back end. There's not a trial, so that's why I think this is so important. It's so affordable, you really don't need one. But yeah, I want to share my back end so you guys can actually see what it looks like. All right, here we go. Woo! Sorry about that. All right, here we go. So this is what Marbleism looks like when you first get into it. So you can see here I've got all my workspaces. So every single aspect of what I am selling to people with a different target market, I set up a workspace and it is all included. It is nuts. So basically, I've got 45 AI employees. Actually, more than that if I'm in onboarding my Rachels where I need to, which is the receptionist. And so I'm going to probably work mostly today from the Alliance one. So I'll show you that one. So you pick whatever workspace you're in, and I'm going to go down kind of what this is. So you go get your workspace, and this is my Alliance. You can upload the logo or whatever you need to know what workspace you're in. And so then this main screen we work from most frequently are your chats. This is Eva I'm chatting with, and I was just, so you put your chats or your prompts right here in the chat. It's at the bottom. Sorry, my screen is covering up. And you tell them what you need right here, and then she'll go work that with the team. The other thing Eva does, it's really amazing. I think you guys can follow me, is she will go in to my emails and do my drafts for me. I think you guys are following my screen. So, I've used them all. But I use a pane here. Okay, this is a perfect example. So this is an email, I don't even know, from one of our members, a friendly reminder her payment's due. And so in my drafts folder, I set up a drafts folder because Eva will go in and sort all my emails. You can see here in my email inbox, she has sorted all the categories. And so I can look really quickly and see what my categories are. And then I set up a rule, or had Eva set up a folder for me, that now all I need to do is go into my response, and it's going to have most of the responses filled out. So where's the one I had open? Okay, this is one that I believe. All right, let me see here. Where's the one I just had? Okay, here's a perfect example. I haven't even read this, y'all. But Jasmine emailed me, and here it is, draft. That tells me that Linda has drafted it. So I
I'm
can
not
look
seeing your
in
email.
my, what'd you say?
I'm not seeing your email. I still just see the
Okay, hold on.
Eva,
Hold
the
on.
chat page.
I thought you guys were, thank you. Thank you, that's helpful. Let me reshare. All right, thanks, Leslie, for that. Okay, you guys should see my email now. Yep. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So in my inbox, Eva goes through and she puts these categories in, and you can set it up to go to folders. What I found is I didn't want to check all these folders differently. So I set up one main folder to respond and told her to put all these ones I need to respond to in there. So I'm not having to search through the thousands of emails I can't get to. She does sort all my financials, all my marketing ones, and she archives ones for like, clothing discounts or whatever. But this is a perfect example of what she does. If it's something that needs my response, then she will draft it for me. Hold on. And so if I look in my reading pane, she's already drafted it. I did not write this, Eva did. So I don't even know Jasmine's question, y'all, but it's something about the prophetic roundtable. So this is what Eva drafted for me. And if I like it, I can just send it. If I need to change it, I can. Look at this. She knows my voice well enough. Jasmine, I hope this email finds you doing wonderfully. It's great. So great to hear from you. I'm thrilled to hear that you're feeling led to re-engage with the Alliance. I will need to search my archives for the prophetic roundtable from February 20th. I do not have that specific recording immediately available, but we'll look through my records to see if I can locate this session. Look at that, you all. I haven't typed anything. It knows my voice. It reads my emails. Eva does. And I can just hit send because this is literally 100% of what I would say. So I can just hit send. So that's done. There's some things she's not going to respond to, but anything she does, it'll be drafted. And I can look right in my drafts folder. And she has all of these drafted. I've already sent most of these. And the key is if you are training it, you've got to train it in what she's writing. That's how she learns. So that is what Eva does in your email, on top of everything she does in the midst of your social media. So let me get back over here. Sorry, I have all these screens open, y'all. All right. So let's get to the content creating machine part. So Eva runs this thing, and then we've got Sunny, who is the social media manager. What you do is you let Sunny know, and Sunny actually sends you about 5 to 6 emails every day. I'm setting up a new system that I'm about to teach you all. And then Sunny has done my pager week. I've uploaded, these are actual Alliance images that I uploaded to the brain, which I'll talk about in a minute, that it grabbed and it made my social media post for me. Isn't that amazing? One of the things I like to do, like this is an amazing template. I can put whatever I want right here. So I right click on it and I save my image. And then I open it up in Canva, or Adobe Express is my favorite. They're WEPB files that they don't always translate. So I change mine to pings. That takes a little bit of time. But the fact that I did not have to design this, I don't know if I would have thought of it. It's amazing. I upload my logo, it puts the logo in it, and it drafts my email. It drafts it, it looks for the right hashtags. And so I can tell it to publish right here because I've hooked up my social media in the background. It can do Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, X, not YouTube yet, but it will design your YouTube, and I can just copy and paste the long form description in it. And it's amazing, you all. So here's another one. Building an empire shouldn't cost you your peace. I mean, that's amazing. And it has an image from our actual conference. It can also go grab AI images. This took images of members and shifted it a little bit. It can take AI images. Let me show you an AI image Sunny has done. Let me get over to my posts. So it drafts all my posts right here. So let me show you I haven't even seen this, you guys. It's amazing. Oh, these are such good images. But let me show you an AI one that it just designed the women for me. I told it to go back and use my images. Hold on, it's coming. Okay, hold on, where is it? Oh, it can also do quotes if you want. You can tell it what quotes to do or pick the top 10 most inspirational quotes. It can do that. I'm trying to get to one that is an AI person. All right, hold on. I'm going to shift. I want you guys to really see this. I'm going to shift to my Convergence Center one because I just had Sunny create some new posts for me. And as you can see, it's going to use your brand images. You upload your hex colors. And I told it, get my target market looking women. These are AI images, you all. They are not royalty images. Can you all see that with the teal and the peach? Did my screen shift with you guys?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So these are all AI. So you can tell it the type of target market you want it to produce. It can do it. And so imagine that I have all of this AI in each of my workspaces. So I have one for my courses. I've got one for my main speaking business. I've got one just for my speeches because I want that target market to be different. So I promise you I'll be able to go through all the sales and stuff. Today we're focusing on content management, content creation machine. So that is Sunny. It is literally outrageous. And none of these, this is more of an AI image because it looks kind of like members, but it changed it up a little bit, but it still fits my target market. And it will put them in clothes that put it in clothes that match your image. It's crazy. The background, it's nuts. And then and let me just show you this. So then I have all my posts. And then I've got the guidelines. This is when it studies what I like and creates the topics I want it to post on. I just added this today. I'm actually going to show you guys this prompt. The color palette I like, lighting, composition, filters. It's very thorough. The layout, the fonts. Here's the hex colors I want it to use. Do not create other logos because they will pop a logo on it. Always use my Alliance logo. Use authentic speaking imagery. You got to train it. And so I'm telling it what to do and it's memorizing what to do with each single post I put. And then the writing style, what type of language to use, what type of language not to use. It is so specific. Okay. And then on top of it, every workspace has the ability, it goes in and it literally grabs stuff from your website. And so it's learning your organization and you're telling it overall, like any other AI, what you're up to in that particular brand or business of yours. And then you've got a brain, y'all. This is where the magic happens. So this is where I'm loading up all the images. I'm loading up all the things I need it to know. And let's say, remember, you might have a real assistant, a person, a human being, and you need them to remember certain things. You want them to remember, here's my picture I want you to use. Here's my posts and captions. Don't use the phrase real talk. Whatever it is, use the hashtag for the Alliance and all of them. If there's anything you need it to remember repetitively, you lock it into the memories. Any images, let's say you've got existing images, it'll scrape images from your website. But if you have specific images, you can tell it, use the images there or alternate it with those images and some images of women. I just told it that this morning. Any web pages that you like or that you want it to study, it'll do that. And then any documents, let's say you've written stuff, you have old social media posts, whatever you need, you can add the knowledge right now. And then a new thing is it can connect to a Google Drive. Let's say you've been using a Google Drive for all your social media. It can actually jump in there and connect to that or OneDrive cloud storage. So you don't have to upload everything. So it is crazy. And then, crazy powerful. And so that is the brain. Every workspace has its own brain. Remember, it is studying you. And so this is where you upload any and everything it needs. And it does an amazing amount of stuff just by studying what you already have out there. This is your team edition. If you want to add paid team seats, it's $29 a month. But this team, like if you're like, I just want a team member or a VA or whatever to just see this workspace and work within it, this is where you would add a team. And then any outstanding tasks, Eva grabs them, Sunny grabs them, and then I can kind of look at, okay, where did I leave off on? What am I working on? And then these are just if you need help, if you want to be a part of the referral program, they have new features that people request, or it'll show you what new features are coming out. And so I want to jump over to my slideshow now that you guys have kind of seen what this looks like. And Leslie, you asked the question, how long does it take to set up? So maybe that gives you some insight. So each different thing, you would want to go set up that workspace. And they'll stay on top of it. Like, hey, Erica, I noticed you haven't replied to my last batch of title suggestions. They suggest titles. Which one do you like? Or you can like them all. Remember, you cannot overwork them. They do not speak back. They do not have emotional baggage. They do not get tired. And they do not clock out and clock in at certain times. So we got to know that, y'all. And then you can even connect the blogs over here with your sales associate, Stan, because Stan is going to do an email sequence that you tell it to do. And then I can say, hey, here's a blog I wrote. Here's a link to it. It's outrageous how you can get these to dance together to automatically generate content. And it doesn't automatically post for you unless you tell it. It gets your voice so down. You're like, hey, you got this. You can just post for me. But it will typically put your posts here. And then you can schedule out as far as you need to and have stuff scheduled for a month, have stuff scheduled for a day, whatever that is. And then you could put it in the trash if you don't like it. Let's say you've got an image and you're like, oh, I don't like that, but you have another image you want to add. You can add an image of your own. Or let's say I may love this background. I don't like this. What I will do, I'll take it into Canva or Adobe Express and I'll erase this. I love this content. It's a real picture of me. It's not AI because it pulled it from the brain. And let's say you have photo shoots. You're like, I love this set of pictures. Use these. It will do that. But y'all, I did this without touching anything. And so the freedom to just be, and it has a post about that for me. I can go back to the draft and read it. And it's amazing. It's right here. I can change it. It already has the hashtags in it. I can publish it as is. I can save it, change it, whatever I want to do. You can upload a carousel. It's pretty crazy. And I'm telling it, go to Facebook, go to Instagram, but you can add other social media things that you have posted. If you want to copy and paste them and post them yourself, you can do that too. But why would you do that? It's right here. I've got a video editor that edits video. She's posting for me. We don't have an AI assistant for video yet. I hope it's coming. But I will toggle my social media with videos and then getting these in. I typically will go in and Leslie, this is something I'm behind on. I've got 50 drafts sitting here, y'all. I haven't even seen them all. That's amazing. Look at that. This or that, customer support and email or social media content, A or B. Connect, collaborate, grow in faith, thrive in business. Oh, and let's say I don't like something here. I can say, take this, Sunny, take this post and move this, whatever, shift the words. Just give me the template and let me download it to pop it into my Canva. It's pretty endless what you guys can do with it. All right.
Question on the
Yes.
post. So those are all that kind of answered it, but those are your drafts. You'll review them. Now, if you want them scheduled, do you just drag it over
So
to
I
like
click on
have
it
the
and I
calendar
just
there?
click schedule.
Ah, okay.
Yep. And it'll tell me, and I can schedule when I want it to schedule. The month, the day, the year. You can schedule out as far as you want to. Isn't that crazy?
And then do you still, so you would save the schedule, do you still have to come in and click for the posting? Or by scheduling it, will it automatically post?
By scheduling it, it will automatically post.
Okay.
Yeah, so once you schedule, it's going to automatically post for you.
Question on, I think it was Stan. You
Yeah.
said he will write up like your email, like a nurture sequence.
You got it.
So I'm presuming with that, then you're going to take that and copy it into whatever platform. Like I have
Oh,
MailerLite. So,
that's a great question, Leslie. No, check it out. What Stan does is unique. It is not bulk email. What he does is you set up the email sequence, and then you can also have it jump over to LinkedIn, whatever you want it to do. And every day between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. your time, he sends it out one by one to the leads because he's going out and getting leads for you. This is really key. And I'll go over this more next month. But he's going out and getting these leads. They're pre-qualified. The emails work. So he's got these leads for me. And so then I can pop
got
it
it.
into, and a stand can only do one email sequence. So
Okay,
that's why
that
I have
makes
multiple
sense.
work. So yeah, so it's not, you don't connect it. It does not connect to your eBlast system or your whatever it is. He emails as Leslie in your words, what, and he can do up to 300 a month
Okay.
for the
But
existing
then
cost.
you
It's really
could
good.
probably, he would be the one you could use, like if I wanted him to write a sequence that I would use for a bulk email, I could probably use him for that.
Well, actually, Penny's your writer.
Penny.
Yeah, you're like, Penny, I need an email. Or you can just tell Eva, and Eva will just have Penny do it. And she'll be like, hey, no problem. I'll have Stan and Penny, or I'll have Stan and so and so get together so it uses your right target market language. Like, have Eva do
Mm.
it, Leslie, and then she'll figure
She'll
it out.
figure it
Yep,
out.
she'll get it out. And so that's really critical. So this is your one-on-one follow-up. The other thing you can do with Stan is you can import leads. Let's say you're like, I have all these customers I have not followed up with, and they need to hear from me, and I don't want them just on a bulk email list. You can import the leads. So that's really cool. And you can do up to 100 imports and just add it to that sequence.
Okay.
It's really outrageous. And
One
then
more.
again, you can be sending in that email sequence. You can say, hey, here's a blog post about this. You can actually be adding value about stuff the team is doing. It's really kind of
Okay.
cool. All
One
right. So
question back to you had mentioned the tasks. Is that you're creating your own task list, or is this also they are adding? Like, how does, is that like in conjunction with them, or that's for yourself only?
it's going in like Eva will grab all the tasks that your team needs to be working on or worked on. And it just lives there. It doesn't like connect it to my Outlook task, but it lives there. And then I can be reminded
You
or
can
she can
see what's
email me.
happening,
Yeah.
in other words.
Or if you're like, I hate email, just give me my email summaries and email that once a day. Like they'll do just about anything. It's crazy. So I
Okay.
want to jump back into my slideshow, y'all, because I actually have a process for you all. Hold on real quick. Let me share my screen. One day I'll be able to share and just jump all over the place. So let's talk about how do we actually create this content machine. So I have an actual framework for you that I am plugging into my social media to automatically know what I need created every single day. So you're going to work with Eva, Sunny, and Penny. Unless, like Leslie, you may want to add a blog link to your email sequence, but we're focusing on these right now. So first you load up your videos or past content to your brain. Anything you've done, you're like, I love the look of these graphics. I love how, if it could be a graphic that someone else did, and you're like, I love the look of this graphic, and everything you upload, you're explaining what you wanted to learn from that. Then you connect your social media. You can connect your blog platform if you use WordPress, or I think it attaches to two. I copy and paste mine. For whatever reason, I can't get it to connect to my WordPress, but it can automatically do that as well. And then have Sunny create your content plan. Not just one-off social media posts, because they'll send you ideas every day. But I want you to say, Sunny, here's my content plan. And I want you to come up with this every single day, week, etc. All right? Then share it with Eva and let her know she needs to make sure that Sunny creates a social media and Penny's supposed to create a blog post on the same topic each week. You use that blog post as a blog. You can put it as a newsletter in your LinkedIn. These blogs are outrageously in depth, y'all. I should have showed you that before I close it. It's crazy. Then you go in and edit your post like I was showing you. You edit that blog post. You edit that social media. and you're training them as you're editing. So it's really important to edit it inside the platform. Don't be like, I'm going to copy and paste it in Word, I'll edit it, and then I'll pop it back in. Like, edit it right there, or if you pop it back in, make sure you're popping it in there before you put it on social media so you can help them. Remember, they're getting better. They're studying you. You are its knowledge base every single day. And then you make any shifts in the graphics. I save all of my graphics because I use them in presentations. To me, it's like my free royalty-free images. It's outrageous. And then you make any shifts, tell them to do it again. One of the things we've seen repetitively is it will try to create a special logo each one. Say, don't do that. Just use this logo. So then, and please redesign this graphic or whatever it is. And then, or you use an external editor to finalize it. It's an extra step. But because I don't have to create the graphics from scratch, it still saves me so much money and time. And then upload a revised image and pop it to post. Pop it in your schedule, or tell it you can actually click publish and it'll publish now, or you can put it in the schedule. Same thing with your blog. Go on and publish it. And if you do decide that it nails it every time, you don't have to review these anymore, you can tell it, just, you have my permission, Sunny and Penny, to automatically post these blog posts or these social media posts every Tuesday or whatever it might be. But you have to give them permission to automatically publish. I like clicking that button. I like having some limits on it. And then remember, you save images. If I showed you my Marbleism images it has designed, it is crazy. I don't have to search through Canva. This is just a note. Eva designs any size graphic you need. I've had her do ebook covers. I've had her do entire PowerPoint presentations with very specialized content. I did a retreat for the company I'm COOing with, my brother's company, with his management team for his Super Funny Comedy Club. And I literally had Eva design graphics that looked like each of the team members in cartoon. Blew my mind. And so all throughout the presentation, I had them in cartoon form with whatever graphic I needed it to produce. It has saved me time because I don't have to look through Canva or go under royalty-free images. The ones you saw today in this presentation, I literally told Eva, this is what I need you to create. This is what it's for. And she created the graphic for me. Okay? So this is your process. Take a screenshot of this. I'm all about step by step. Now, what we need to do, excuse me, I'm going backwards, y'all. Hold on. I want to share a method with you that I have been using, the pager method. And I found this because I was like, I usually will teach themes and we come up with the themes, but this model from Downstage Media already had it all laid out. And I thought, this is really simple. We don't even have to think. My philosophy is I want to think once and have it automated and duplicated. So here is a method. If you're wondering, what do I post? What do I have my social media and blog team create for me on a regular basis? So this is just an example. Monday is P in Pager. It's for promotions, initiatives, events. Anything you're promoting, any freebies, any initiatives, any call to actions for upcoming events, that's what your Monday is for. Tuesday, articles, blog posts, podcasts, curated content, and videos. You can send it to connect to the blog Penny wrote for you, whatever. Just tell it what to do and it will do it. Wednesday, G is for general, which includes problems, solutions, belief values, case studies, stories, holidays, how-tos, memes, myth-busting, rants and raves within your brand, tips, whatever you want, something general. Then Thursday is for engagement. You want them to engage back with you, open-ended questions, polls, this or that, whatever it is. Which one do you believe in? Friday's for random. Pick something from page or do a personal post. And then Saturday, and obviously you may be trickling in if you're at an event and taking a picture or whatever, but this is what you are creating a content machine around for your AI team to keep updated for you. Okay. And then Saturday, just a random post, jogging or at the gym or gardening, whatever you do, just so your followers can get to know who you are. Okay. So that is a method. Screenshot this, y'all, if you don't already have it. All right. And then I see a couple things in the chat. I'll stop in just a minute and go over those. And then here is the actual prompt I used for this. I need to put this in the chat, which I will do before the end of this. I see a hand up. But anyway, this is the actual chat. I put this in the guidelines. I put it in the knowledge base. And in the knowledge base, you can tell which employee needs access to it. So Eva has it, Sunny has it, Penny has it. Now you all, this is going to automate for me. And it's going to pick which one it wants, how to do it. Sunny's going to create the posts. And Sunny, I have them every time I say create a post, I want you to create one for every platform I use. It knows that. And so then this is the actual prompt. Monica, I know you're like, oh my God, this is brand new, girl, hot off the press. We haven't even done this before. And then let me finish this and I'll get back to the hand. So this is the prompt. I will give you the actual prompt so you don't just take a picture and have to retype it. Give me just a second. I'll set that up. And then you all, yeah, and that's all you have to do. And guess what? It begins to create a social media and e-list system. What I want to do, because I use a back-end system that can do sequences, campaigns, I want to load up 52 weeks of e-list content and automate it in the sequence and just let it send. So when someone new comes to my list, every week, this content is already done. Now, while they cannot connect and go into my Kartra or your MailChimp or whatever, right now, you will have to manually do that part, but you still save up to 8 to 10 hours a week, which translates to a week, or literally a week every month, 3 weeks every quarter, and weeks at the end of the year. About 3 months or 12 weeks of time that you can be focusing on generating revenue and other things in your business. So I'm going to finish this and then we're going to open this up for questions and I'll pop that chat in there. So what I'm doing, because this is just so outrageously cutting edge to me, I want women entrepreneurs to have this because I think we have missed too many of the things that have been out there. So every Thursday, we are going to get on and be doing trainings. And so what I'm doing now, instead of just general ask your questions, we're going to have certain topics for each week. So here's the upcoming topics, and I'll walk you through each of these AI agents and give you a process so you don't even have to think. You just want to spend your time loading it and getting them moving. And we'll continue this, you all. If I have to do it for a year, I don't care what it is. I believe this thing has the power to make us hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we just keep getting better and better and pushing them and training them. So every Thursday, join it. It's completely free. This is the link, and if you're on this, you already know you can go in and sign up. I do like to track who's there so I can follow up with you guys. And then if you're interested in a community, because AI in and of itself, it generates ideas, it can do stuff for you, but it does not remove the real life connection. This is just a snippet of the image from our last conference. But we believe it's unacceptable that 90% of women-owned businesses are run by solo operators and create less than $100,000 in revenue. We're on a mission to help you build business income and become one of the 1.7 women businesses that create at least $1 million in revenue. Our proprietary training system, our implementation and accountability system, and our sisterhood of women who believe in you make this possible. So I do invite you, if you want community, jump into an Alliance chapter meeting as a guest. You can attend up to 2, but we are here to support you. As it relates to this AI session, you are welcome to attend all you want. There's no limit to it. Be like Monica and be like, you know what? I'm going to use this time just to pop on and learn new things, but I'm going to be actually working on my AI team, getting them up and moving. And she's tuning in from Seattle, Washington at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's amazing. There was a hand up. I don't know whose hand it is. And then ask questions, you guys. We're right at the end of our time, but I'll stay in a couple more minutes.
Do you know if it can go into the Google Drive and pull stuff, like how I can go into Canva and all of that?
It can go into Google Drive and OneDrive, and you would just
So how
connect
do
it in
I,
your knowledge base,
oh, in the brain?
in the brain. And it should be at the
So,
top of your screen. It should say connect now to your,
okay,
yeah. So
perfect.
let's say you've been loading all your images, or you've been working and you have all this stuff sitting in the Google Drives, or all these videos you've done. You don't have to download them and upload them again. You can just connect it to that particular Google Drive, and it will just learn who you are and what you need. Isn't that amazing? Whose hand was this? Let me see. Does
It's
that
your hand.
I did the hand? That was my hallelujah amen hand, I guess. I'm like, whose little brown hand is that? It's mine. Darlene and Monique, you guys are quiet today. Do you have questions? Let me get into the chat here and see if anybody has questions. Yes, so they can go into Google Drive. I am new to AI agents and prompting. Is there a tutorial in Marvelism to help me with my initial team setup? Well, that's what this is for. Jump in. Monique, thank you for saying that. Jump in and I will help. We will help you. They do have videos. They do have a help thing. They have very good support. I've noticed they get back to me within the hour usually. So there's ways to do it. There's video, but what I'm trying to do is be a resource for your particular business. So I'm happy to jump on if we need to set up another time. I think this is pivotal enough in our businesses. I'm happy to work with you. And also we can stay on today if you need help setting it up. But my first thing is AI has stuff, but go ahead and jump on these calls. I'm happy to prompt to go through the prompts with you. Whatever
Thank
you
you.
need, Monique. Yeah, whatever you need. And drop me questions. Like, just, you guys, I am nuts about this thing. Just an example, my brother, I've been COOing for his organization, and I got all of his management team across all 5 businesses in Marvelism, and I've been training it. And he is a very busy comic that tours, and decided he wanted to he was in town for one day, decided he was going to come to the conference out in Tacoma, Washington, where he lives and where his club is and businesses. He shows up, and he's an AI nerd like I am. He's like, I said, I can't believe you're here. You're so busy. He said, no, this thing is the strongest and most powerful thing out there. And so it's pretty amazing. And we still are being baffled by the things it can do. And you can just automate it and again, push it. What they do is they also, Marvelism does case study sessions, so you're on with other people that's telling them, hey, I closed $100,000 in grants here. You can train it to go find grants for you and then upload the grants to write for you. All of that takes time, Leslie, but once it's automating that, my God, and it's saying, hey, here's 5 business grants here, whatever you need. So Monique, I'm here, and Carmen jumps in sometimes, but we are here every week totally free. Use this time. Keep your questions. Come back over and over again. We can help you prompt them. You will be shocked at how easy it is to onboard. It walks you through step by step. It'll say onboard Eva, and you click on it and they're like, do this, do that. And then it does its thing in the background. Absolutely baffling. It is not hard. And it can
Is
do
it
as much as
possible
you
when
need
you're
to.
setting up like all the stuff for the brain? Obviously, you're gonna upload things, and does it also have like a voice to text feature?
Ooh, that is such a good question.
Because I love
The
that.
app does. So there's a Marvelism app, and
Okay.
so I speak to my app. I can't do it
Yeah.
on my laptop, but I speak to my app at night. Hey, Eva, I need you to do this. This needs to be set for tomorrow, and it does it, and she executes.
Okay.
One of our real popular user, her name is Buffy down in Atlanta. She just says, I just tell it what to do every night at dinner. But yeah, on your mobile app, you can just do that. Thank you. That's a brilliant question, Leslie. You don't have to be chained to your laptop, you all. What I noticed in the app, you can't access the brain. You need to do that on a laptop.
Okay.
And upload documents and stuff. But other than that, I mean, I think that voice to chat thing is a game changer. Excuse me,
Yeah.
voice to text. Ask more questions, y'all. I'll stay on a couple more minutes. So if you have not gotten Marbleism, or you want to look around, I'm just asking that you use our link. And then, oh, I promised you the AI prompt. Hold on. Let me get that for you. Hold on.
Yes,
Hold
and
on.
also too, if you can go back to your guidelines, I want to screenshot some of those because I want to use some of those.
Oh, sure. Just one second. In my actual AI. You mean in
Yeah,
my
your
actual
guidelines
Marbleism?
for I think it was for who was it for? I think it was in your brain, the
Okay.
guidelines. Or you
Right.
have
Got it. So here's the prompt that I use for that pager method. If you like it for your social media, feel free to download, copy, paste it, so you guys don't have to screenshot the slide and retype it. So feel free. I think you guys should be able to download or copy and paste it. Trying to save us time, y'all, so we can make money faster. I don't know what I'm doing. I keep putting my whole own hand up. Sorry about that. Okay, Monica, that's my hallelujah hand. Let me go ahead and share again. Okay, what was your question, darling? You want to get into my brain?
yeah, you had some guidelines in the brain that were good, like don't use another logo, and you know how that sometimes they like to do that.
Yes. I think most of those are in my memory. The things I needed to remember.
Oh, okay.
And
Social
remember
media
that
content
little
guide.
memories? And so let's say you have
Mhm.
an assistant and they keep doing the same wrong thing. And you're like, okay, I need you to remember that every time you pick up the phone, this is what you say. Anything you need it to remember like a human would, you put it in the memories, Monica.
Okay, okay,
Yep.
got it.
Can you
And
show the guideline list again too, though?
sure, absolutely. That would be over here. I would access it through the chat. And
Oh,
then here's
okay.
my guidelines.
So
And
you have a guideline for each employee, a guideline list.
yes, each of them have their own set of guidelines, and then the brain is what you need kind of all of them to remember, or certain ones to remember across your workspace.
Got it. Okay.
And then, and you can add the guidelines to the brain too. They were saying like, sometimes I do both. If there's something I'm like, I told you to get this logo in the lower right hand corner, I'll put it in the brain and the guidelines. You all, I want to be very clear that I didn't tell it all this stuff. It is memorizing it. I just gave it specific things. Oh, social media. Let's get over there. So I gave it specific things, and then every night, like I did put the content themes in,
Hmm.
but then every night it's going back and noticing the things I like. Oh, where'd
So
it
it'll
go?
add to
What
it.
just happened? How weird is that? Hold on, I didn't even know it could do that. It just jumped over to my PowerPoint. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, it goes in every night and studies it. So I didn't enter all those guidelines. Let me just share my screen.
Oh,
Good Lord. I didn't do that. It is doing that for me.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like I had to sit there and tell it all the guidelines. It's saying, nope, this is what Ericka likes. Let me do it this way.
Creating it for
Yeah.
itself. Hmm.
Yep. I don't know why it jumped back to my there we go. All right. So yeah, I did put the content themes in. And then remember, it's asking me every day if I like these themes. And the one that I tell it likes, it's like, okay, she likes that. Let me pop that in there. So then I have my guide. I actually put that guideline in there. And I did put the colors. That's very important. Put the exact hex
Hmm.
colors, the 6-digit code you want it to use.
Yep.
If you have brand colors, if you just are like, I like pink and purple, tell it light pink, like speak
Hmm.
to it like it's a for real person that you're training. Communicate that way. So it's telling me I want it to feel open and airy. This is what warm welcome. It did all this based on what I am liking and
What
posting.
you shared
Yeah.
already.
Remember, every
Ah,
night it dreams and studies you and gets better.
okay.
Do not create
This
other
is cool.
logos. It kept creating weird logos. And I'm like, no, do not do that. And I put that in the brain too, just to make sure it's clear. Writing
Hmm.
style. All of that, Leslie, it's learning me and it puts in the guidelines anything that I don't. So I don't want you to think like I had to sit there and think of all this stuff. I didn't.
Wow. Okay. Cool. No,
Or
that's a good
if I put something
distinction.
in the chat, it grabs it if it's something it needs to remember and puts it in its own guidelines.
Hmm.
It's outrageous, y'all. Monica, did that answer your question? Uh oh, did she mute out on me?
She's nodding.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. So put the basics, and then again, they're adding stuff. They do not add to the knowledge base. They add to their guidelines. The knowledge base is the stuff you put in there, right? Let's say you've got a presentation of a great thing you use that you want Sunny to create posts around, and it's a PowerPoint. Pop it in the knowledge base. Anything like that, you're feeding it to give it information. All right, y'all. Any last questions?
I don't really have a question, but I think it was Monica.
Mhm.
There is a trainer, her name is Alicia Little, and she was supposed to have a AI agent implementation workshop, and it was supposed to be last week, but they moved it to the 4th and the 5th of May. So
It's
and
for
it was,
Marbleism?
well, I don't think it's necessarily for Marbleism. I believe you can probably use it with Marbleism because she's going to show you how to set up your agents.
Yeah, there's people doing Marbleism trainings. The thing about
Yeah,
this is they've already created our agents for us.
yeah.
So
But I
we,
mean,
we just
I
have to
guess,
get them marching. But I'm saying like participate in all that stuff,
yeah.
y'all. Whatever we can learn by all means. But there are people out there also doing Marbleism. Marbleism is new in the States. So
Mm-hmm,
you'll be seeing more and more of it because
mm-hmm,
it's about 20,000 users right now. Majority of them are not in the United States. So we are
right.
absolutely cutting edge. But yeah, more trainings. Jump in if you have questions. We're here because we are implementing Marbleism into our training system in the Alliance because it helps us get from specialist to development in record time. And we're seeing it pop. We're seeing businesses pop like crazy. And once they get their AI team working, they're able to create the revenue they need for their real
Right,
human team members. And it's just
right.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, this is great because this is where I'm at right now, where I need to automate I have like a list of actually a year worth of list of quotes that I want to publish daily.
I love
So
it.
this is perfect.
I
Yeah.
love it. And if it's already in a document, just upload the
Oh
document. It'll read
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got so much
I mean, I'm
content. It's not
saying, and
even
it'll just do
funny.
your own quotes. It's
Yeah.
amazing, you guys. So ask questions. Feel free to email me, whatever y'all need. I'm serious about helping you guys do this. But with that, grab your Marbleism link. I'll put that in here one more time because I think you lose it further down. Grab your link if you have not already. And the other thing, you guys, like, I just think there's enough for us to go around. I've encouraged Monica, if you have a following, if you've got people that you're like, oh my gosh, I have clients that can use this, sign up in the referrals and you can still send people to this free session. And, it's fine. I'm just that
Yeah,
passionate about people getting it. So if you become a referral agent, which they encourage you to do, it's perfectly fine. They actually pay
yeah,
40% commission. It's pretty generous. And then you get a discount with that. And if you do that, feel free to send people. If you're like, I don't have time to do an AI session, feel free to send them to me. I'm
yeah.
happy to do that. Go ahead,
I
Monica.
just wanted to say thank you for I just wanted to say thank you for introducing the alliance and us to Marbleism and just doing these trainings because I'm totally doubled down right here. I don't need to go to a bunch of different trainings for this. I'm right here planning because I want to, stay focused. So that's why I hop on Thursdays, and just have this be my AI time. But I thank you for giving us all the information, the prompts, like all of that is so very helpful. And I have been referring people. So Cece was on earlier. I saw her was taking notes and things like that. And so just a quick question about the affiliate because I am an affiliate now.
Good.
So you said they pay 40%. You have to have a certain amount of threshold people signed up before they do that?
No, it just takes 30 days to release the funds. You just have to, they use a affiliate tracker company. It's called dub.co. And so if you sign up to be affiliate, probably they've already emailed you to say set up your dub, and then I
Oh, I
connect
don't
it
think
to
so. Yeah.
Stripe. It just needs you just have to tell them how to pay you, and then they
Okay,
send
yeah, I
it.
need to do that.
Yeah, it's probably got
Okay,
lost
yeah.
in your email. Tell Eva to go find the email for you, so you don't
Eva,
have to
go
search.
find my
Go
dub.
find that. Next week, y'all, we're going to be talking about sales. So how to create a 24/7 sales machine. And again, Monique, feel free to bring any other questions you've got. Those are just our focuses, but we'll do whatever it takes to help us onboard or whatever it takes, y'all. This thing is a game changer, and I want us to create the impact we're called to create. So any other questions?
Yes, this is Monique.
Monique.
I do agree with Monica. I cannot thank you enough. As a new business owner, I was overwhelmed with all of the AI agents. I have listened to Alicia Little and some others, and this puts it all in one place. So enough. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be great working with your team.
Oh, I'm excited. So let us know what you need, Monique. We're here for you.
Thank you.
All right, beautiful ladies, with that, let's stop talking about it and go make it happen. Oh my goodness. Have an amazing rest of your day. Again, don't get stuck. Get some help. But it's very intuitive. And last thing I will say is if you don't know how to do something, ask Eva. I ask Eva, can you do this? Are you able to do this? How do we do this? They'll let you know how to do it. Exactly like do this, click this. So they'll let you know how to do things. All right, good people. Hopefully I'll see y'all next Thursday. Feel free to invite. I'm going to get my stand moving on inviting people. And off we go. Let's go get our businesses where they need to be and get more sleep. At least me. I'm talking to myself. Woo! Anyway, enjoy you all. Let me know what questions you have, and I'll see you next week. You are most welcome. Talk to you soon.